This video is part of the Critical Fan Toolkit, a digital dissertation created by Cara Marta Messina. Specifically, this is for teaching materials and an activity on creating and collecting fandom data. So what we'll be doing is working with Archive of Our Own metadata. And I used Destination Toast's blog post, How Do I Find and Gather Data About the Ships in My Fandom on AO3, as sort of a guide to using search results and the sort and filter function to be able to collect metadata. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by going to a fandom that we're interested in. You can either use the browse or the fandoms function, or you can search here. So we're going to do Black Panther, since that is one of the examples that we used in the Critical Fan Toolkit for this activity. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you're actually at the Black Panther fandom. So right now this is just search results for Black Panther. So under each title of each fan fiction, there is the fandom that it belongs to. So we're looking for Black Panther 2018. So now that we're in the Black Panther fandom, and we can tell we are because of the top here where it says 1 to 20 of 4,113 works in Black Panther. We're going to go to the sort and filter. We're going to do just basic character counts here. So what you want to do is go to include. And these are the top 10 characters that are included in the Black Panther fandom, along with their raw number counts of how many fanfics they're actually used in within this fandom. So now we're going to get our CSV/Excel working. You can use Excel, you can use Google Sheets, whatever sort of spreadsheet editor you have access to and feel most comfortable with. So I am creating a new sheet, and I'm setting up our first 3 columns, which are fandom, character, and number. So the fandom will be Black Panther, the character will be the character's name, and the number will be how often it appears. Excel makes spreading information and copying information really easy. You just click and you drag. So we're going to go down to row 11, as that is how many characters we have. And what you can do is you can sort of go back and forth between the two and copy and paste, but I'm just going to select this, and then I'm going to copy, go back, and then I'm going to paste without formatting. And this way I don't have to switch back and forth. So now I can do T'Challa, and I'll do the number, 2,429. And I'll do the same thing for every character that I have here. So Shuri, 1779, etc., etc. I've already filled this out, so I'm just going to go ahead and switch to the sheet I filled it out in. So this is what it will look like. So I have my fandom, I have my character names, and I have my number. The fandom is important to have here because you might have multiple fandoms. So for the example I provide, you have Black Panther and you have Star Wars, right? This is for teaching purposes, so we're just looking at Black Panther. Next, let's say you want to make percentages, right? And percentages are important because raw count can tell you how much they appear in a particular fandom, but if you're looking across multiple fandoms have all different numbers of publishing. So I've also included this row here, Black Panther, total published, and the number. So I got that number on the main page of the Black Panther fandom where it says 4,113 works published. So that way then you can just use this for percentages. In order to calculate percentage, we will let Excel know that this is a function. So you'll do an equal sign, letting them know. And what you'll do is you'll do a percentage function or percentage calculation. What that is the part divided by the whole times 100. So you want to put the part in a whole inside of parentheses. So the part is the number here divided by, which is / the whole. And then close parentheses times 100. And boom, you get 59%. So now that we have T'Challa's percentage, we want to find the percentages for the rest of the characters. So you can either just, completely write the calculation over yourself, where you can just click / click, close parentheses times 100. Or what you can do is copy this function. So if you copy that, you want to press enter again just so you get out of that function. And then you can just go ahead and paste. Then to edit it, you double click and you want to get rid of C3 because we're now in Killmonger's row. So we want to instead have C4, which is Killmonger's raw count. Press enter, and then you're going to do the same thing all the way down. Okay, now we have percentages and we have raw numbers. So now that we have percentages, you can take time to compare these percentages across different fandoms. Again, we're only looking at Black Panther in this example, but for the actual example that we have on the activity, we have Black Panther and Star Wars. So you can look at the percentages across. So let's say you now want to create a chart. So Excel can actually make charts really, really easily, but you have to make sure that your data is sort of positioned correctly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this column. And then I'm going to right click the D column and I'm going to do insert copied cells. So now the character name and the percentage are next to each other. I am going to highlight from T'Challa all the way down to Nakia's percentage. And then I'm going to go to insert and recommended charts. Again, super easy. So now I have different charts that I could use. You could use a pie chart, a bar chart. I'm going to use a bar chart because it is the easiest and the most simple and so sort of easiest to follow along visually. And you can double click the chart title and do things like Black Panther characters used in AO3. You can also format the chart using either add chart elements or format the chart here. You can change the color, you can change the font, you can add labels if you would like, and that's it. That's how you sort of do the data collection, you create your own percentages, and you also, of course, create your chart. So once you do that, you want to save your file. So I'm going to go to File and I'm going to Save As. And because you have the chart and the functions, you can't really save it as a CSV file. So we're going to save it as an Excel workbook. If you would like, one thing that you could do is, I'm just going to save it over that other file, is create a sheet where you have, create a new notebook where you have just this data, and then also, and make that a CSV file, and then also have the Excel file with all of your information. And that's it. So thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed this activity.